we're going to look at is the radar graph, and the radar graph is the one that we had down here. So we'll just go to it. This is the radar graph, which shows our budgeting versus our spending expenditures, or our spending values. So for that, we have set our title as budget versus spending, then the subtext for our title as subtitle. So this is the title and this is the subtitle, or this is the text for title and this is the subtext for title. Then we have the tool trip to trigger item. So for example, if we put our tool mouse on this blue line, it will trigger the title and actually the item values for the item shown by this blue line, that is for actual spending. So that is it. And our legend, we have chosen it to have a vertical orientation, and it should be placed on the right bottom part of our document. So this is the right bottom part, and it has a vertical orientation, and the data to be allocated budget and the actual spending. So it has a vertical orientation, and it has allocated budget and actual spending data. Then the toolbox to show, actually to the toolbox is shown. So this is actually what I was telling you earlier. If you set it false, it will not show, but it is set to show to true. And inside that toolbox, we are having two features, that is the restore and save as image. So this is the restore and this is the save as image items in our toolbox. Then after that, we are going to create a polar chart. So actually this, I think I jumped these two parts here. So for echart radar, we are going to draw it in our document, where we are going to have the element with an ID of echart owner, and we are going to assign it the theme that we set up here, and we are going to pass these two items through the echarts.init function to initialize our echart, and then the echart radar variable that we got here, going to set the different options that we are doing now. So we have set the different options up to the toolbox. So for this chart here, I'm going to do a polar chart. That is why you're going to run this polar and pass the indicators. So for the indicators, we're having the sales, the administration, the IT, customer support, the development, and the marketing, and they all have different maximum values. So for example, for the sales, the maximum value is 6,000. So the first item, the sales, is 5,000, which is actually, it has gone 5 steps from the center, and the next one is 4,300, so it has gone 4.3 out of 6 steps from the center. So that is it for the indicators. Then we have the calculable set to true, so it will calculate for us. Then for the series, we have the name budget versus spending. Then we are doing a type of a radar chart, and we have the data as having the values of these items here for our allocated budget and these values for our actual spending. So that is it for our polar chart or our radar chart that we specified here. So maybe if we wanted these indicators to actually have the same maximum values, we just put the same maximum values here. So maybe you can just set that to 60, 60, 60. and for marketing I'd also set it to 60. Then save, and we'll run our code here. So we can see now actually every item here is up to 60. So the sales is 5,000 of 60. Then the administration, we are having 14,000 out of 60. So these are the different values. So maybe I can just go down here and maybe change for our sales value, which is the first item in our array. So on saving it and refreshing, our sales value will shift up to somewhere here. Yeah, so you see the sales is 50,000 and the sales for allocated budget is 43,000. So that is it for a Sona chart or a radar chart. After that, we are going to do a funnel chart. So for this funnel chart, we are going to create a variable echart funnel. Then for this echart funnel, we are going to do an echart.initialization function to initialize our funnel chart. Then select from our document the element with an ID of echart underscore pyramid so that we can draw a funnel chart there. And then you're going to pass it the theme that we set up earlier so that it can use that themes, colors, and attributes. So for the echart funnel, you're going to do the echart.set options to set the different options for echart and also draw our document or our funnel chart. So for that, we are going to set the title as echart pyramid graph, and then the subtitle as just the subtext for our title as just subtitle. So this is the title and the subtitle. Then after doing that, I'm going to set the tooltip actually to trigger a given item, and I'm going to format it as value A, then put a break tag, then value B, and a colon, value C in percentage. So maybe I can just show you that. So the value A for all our items, it will be going to be shown as funnel, as you can see. Then you're going to change, like for value B for our first item is something #5, then value C is 100. Then you're going to append a percentage sign to it. So that is it by this formatter. It is done by this formatter. Then you're going to run the toolbox, whereby we're going to pass in two items, that is the restore and the save image. So this is used for restoring. Maybe we have changed something, like we have hidden those items. So if we restore, we just go back to our original funnel chart. And then this is for saving our image, as we saw earlier. So I'll just show the toolbox to true. Then the feature, I'll choose the restore to show to true, and the title I will just put it as restore. So the title is the text that is showing below each icon. So after that, we will go to the legend. Then I will pass in the data for that legend. So maybe I can do something 1, something 2, something 3, something 4, and something 5. Something number 3, something number 4, something number 5. And I'm choosing the orientation to vertical. You can choose it to horizontal. Then I'm having the X position for legend to be left. Previously we had it as right, and the Y to be to remain as bottom. So this is the, maybe I can just refresh. So we are having our legend. I think there's something that previously we are having it at bottom right, but now we should be having it at bottom left. So I don't know. what I did that changed, and maybe I made some changes that actually did not go well with the file. Yeah, so our pyramid chart, the legend is on our bottom left, and it is shown here. So, and I've set the calculable to true, so it will calculate every time we do some refresh, or we just click on an item on our legend. So I will then pass the series attribute. So this series is the one actually that is going to create our chart. So for the series, I would pass the name funnel, which is our value or item A. Then the type, I would specify it as funnel. Then I would set a width. Maybe I can just increase that to 60. Then you can see our width actually initially was 40, or 40% of this entire view area. So now I've set it to 60. Let's just go down and see, and now it is wider. So maybe I can just go back to what we had initially, and then I'm going to set the values for something 1 to something 5. So the first item, the data actually for the first item, this is actually in arrays. So this is the first array, this is the second array, and within those array we are having 2 items, or 2 array items too, and we are having key value pairs. So the first value, we are having a value of 60, and I've given it a name of something 1. The second value will be 40, and a name of something 2. The third value will be 20, name of something 3. Then the fourth value will be 80, name of something 4. The fifth value will be 100, name of something 5. So after that, you're going to create our funnel chart, and it will actually get that funnel. It will start with the smallest, then go up to the largest element. That is what we mean by a funnel, giving us this shape here. And since our items are proportionate, they will just have a straight lines here if we are showing all the items. But if we just remove 1 or 2, then the shapes of our channels or our funnels actually keep on changing. So that is it for funnel chart.